Alright, in this video I'm going to do a complex door nest. Now this one's going to have a half and half roughly, so roughly half the doors I'm going to do as a 7mm shaker via the template we made already, and then the other half I'm going to do as the step shaker. So I'm just going to bring in the step shaker, I'm going to press no. I'm going to create the missing layer so I can then apply it to my doors. So let's just say, for example, we'll do these ones here in Step Shaker. All I have to do, oh, not that one, is I have to click on all the inner squares while holding the Shift key. I can't select that for some reason. They're frozen. Oh, strange. I bet you there's two on top of one another. Move to layer 18mm cutout. Nope. Move to layer 8mm step shaker. Right. Yeah, there is two on top of one another here. Okay. Move to layer 8mm step shaker. Now, just for further visualization, I'm going to make that. What colour will I make it? I'll try yellow. Yeah, that's fine for the moment. Cool. So now I have 3 different layers. Okay. Now to add in another layer of complexity to this, I'm going to assume that this door order needs to be double-sided, machined on the back. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just do the 7mm deep shaker on the back. Wouldn't normally do that. At the moment, we'd normally do a 2.5mm shaker on the back. But it's the same process. That we have a toolpath template that we set up using the same things that were shown in the toolpath introduction. So it's no big swing. So I'm going to highlight everything, copy to the other side. Now I'm going to go to the back. The back is signified by this kind of beige coloured measurements. Okay. Now for the purpose of this, I'm going to deselect the 18mm, I'm going to turn off the light bulb on the cutout, right, and that leaves all my backs there. I'm going to highlight them all, move to layer, and 7mm shaker. Lovely. And I'll just turn back on the cutout. So I'm going to go back to the front, and I'm going to highlight everything, and I'm going to nest them. I have two-sided part nesting selected, so it'll nest the back side to match the front. Preview, and now we've got 4 sheets this time. I'm going to go along X just for the laugh to see if I get any better nesting. No, it's actually worse. I'm going to go back to Y. Very good. I'm going to hit OK. Now, you can see that our sheets have a mixture of different types of doors, and the layers help us kind of visualize where they are. The colors on the layers help us visualize. If I go to the back, you can see that the back is a mirror image of the front. All these are placed perfectly on top of one another, so it's perfect. So that's the drawing and the nesting done. I'm going to go to the toolpath side. At the moment we do the backs first, so I'm going to load 7mm shaker as our back. I'm going to open it and apply to all sheets. So you can see it's done its business there. Right, and I'll always do a visual test on one of them. Preview visible. Yeah, and that's the backs. Quickly we zoom in, you can see that it's a nice shaker, looks good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save sheet 1. We don't want to push on the back because we need to flip it over, so I'm going to use flip. And as I said before, flip will push, when it's finished its program, the gantry of the machine will actually go down, like out of the way. So you can flip the sheet over without interfering with the gantry. So I'm going to save that, desktop, intro templates. I'm just going to make a folder in here, new folder, NC programs. You can put whatever name on that you like. I'm going to call this sheet 1A. A being the first part to do, okay? And then I'm going to go sheet 2. Sheet 2A. Right, I'm going to do the same for sheet 3. Sheet 3A. And the little door on sheet 4. Same process again. Save. Cool. So what I do at this stage, file, save as. Right, I'm just going to save it in here. Yeah, I'm just going to call it door nest. Always save just before you go and do the fronts, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the programs on the back. You have to do that every time, otherwise when you start doing programs on the front, if you have some of these boxes ticks in here, it can interfere with the programs, okay? So you just don't want that happening, so you delete them. Save it, delete them, do the stuff on the front, don't save it again, because if something happens while you're doing the back, and you already have the front nested, you just have to close this and open it again, you're back to the backs, okay? So now, here's where it gets interesting, right? So I'm going to bring in 7mm shaker, do that on the front. You can see it's done all the ones we have the correct layer on. I'm going to bring in the step shaker. That's the rest of them. And then finally, I'm going to do the 18mm cutout. That's it. And we have one here that we don't need. It's a step shaker. Just going to delete this. And there's our programs. So now I'm going to simulate sheet 1 on the other side. Now don't reset the preview because we've already done stuff on the back, as you can kind of see there. I'm just going to go, yep, preview visible toolpaths, and this will help us visualize what the output out of the machine will be once it's finished finished machining. So it's running ahead, doing the 7mm doors first. It's done that now. It's now going doing the 8mm deep step shakers. And we'll finish then with the outer cut. Yeah. Now that's it. You can see we have a mix of doors. It's very good. Looks perfect. And if I turn it over, you can then see the backs of them are done as well. So yeah, very good. And then what we'll do is we'll save out the programs the same way as we did before. Oh no. So I'll go back here. I do tend to actually close these windows when they get busy, just so it's easier for saving. Now, we don't want to flip, we want to push. There is an error coming up because I made these programs very fast. It's telling me that I have two tools in tool number 3, but within them I actually have one of the tools have the wrong number on them. So I won't save them, but what I will do is I'll actually go through fixing that. Okay, so step shaker, I know that number 4 is actually set to tool number 3. Nope. Let me check that out now. Step shaker. And that's also edit. Oh, okay. So this tool is set to 3. The same tool is on a different one. Okay, if I go in here and change this to tool number 3 just for the laugh. If I go to save, something silly. Anyway, I can figure it out outside the video. But when making the toolpath templates, you would just check that. Not necessarily the templates. No, when you're setting up the tool database from day one, you'll spend a little bit more time putting the tools under the correct tool number, the corresponding tool